I feel like I haven't been on live in like 3 years. It hasn't been that long, but it feels like that long. How are you guys doing? Hello, Courtney, Delphin, Nelly, Katie. What's up, everybody? Glad to see y'all. I'm so ready to hear what you have to say about Ready to Love. I got a lot to say about a lot of things. Guys, look at my nails. I did these by myself. Your girl saw one little TikTok of people doing their own nails. I said, well, it can't be that hard. Boom. Multifaceted. What can I say? What can I say? Oh my goodness. I was hoping someone on YouTube would talk about the love experiment since it's a Black dating show, because everyone talks about Love is Blind, where it's one or two Black couples on there. Listen. So a few people had actually suggested that I watch this show, but I was like, an MTV dating show, I don't know. And all I had seen was that like promo picture. I hadn't seen the cast. I hadn't seen the, like, I was like, no. I binged it yesterday. I'm in love. I freaking love this show. It is so good. It is so good. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, somebody said Miss Misha talks about it. So there you go. Now you got two YouTubers that you know about. Hey, y'all, hey, y'all, hey, y'all, hey, y'all, hey, y'all. What are we going to talk about first? I think I'm going to talk about the challenge first, because I feel like we could just get that quickly out of the way. And then I'm going to talk about Ready to Love. And then I'm going to talk about the love experiment. Yes, unicorn. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. What's so funny about that is that wasn't even intentional. It really wasn't. I saw the colors and I was like, yes, I love it. Let's go for it. Who in the chat is watching the challenge? Because if y'all ain't watching it, then I don't want to talk about it. But one big thing that I did want to talk about was Polly's elimination. If you're behind, I'm so sorry. I fell behind too. That's part of the reason why I stopped doing reviews. YouTube is also being a hater. So after this live, I'm going to get back into it. Especially since the challenge, the OG, is coming back as well. Oh, you also start Ready to Love. It's okay. The challenge is not going to be long. We're not going to be here for long. So a guy on there, if you don't know, his name is Polly, and he is known for being a very aggressive, very combative person in the past. And on this season, he just came out to the world, I'm assuming as bisexual. He didn't really say what orientation he is, but he is engaged to a woman, so I would assume it's either bisexual or pansexual. And I was like, wow. I would have never seen that coming, but I'm very glad that he finally got to just be himself, because, whoo, child, the way he was before was just a mess. Is the challenge similar to Big Brother? Would I say yes or would I say no? I don't know. See, the thing with the challenge is that like they do legit challenges, actual endurance competitions, actual knockout competitions, whereas Big Brother, sometimes it's like by chance, and the competitions aren't as important as your social game, I would say, for Big Brother. So the challenge is a lot more competition based for sure. Not the season, but is Corey still doing the challenge, saying he's doing this for his daughter? Yes. He's always doing it for his kids. It's weird because they only showed Ryder and his second daughter, even though I'm pretty sure he has a third now. So yeah. This season, there's also Wes, who's about to be a father. And so he's doing the whole, I'm doing this for my daughter thing. I'm doing this for my child thing. I felt like, so a couple of people felt like he was guilt tripping other people to make sure that he stays in the house. I kind of feel like the show really does mean that much to him. Like, people who've been watching the challenge for a long time, you know that these people have been doing it since early 2000s, late 90s. Like, the show is old. People have been here for a long time. People's entire identity is this damn show. So, yeah. Now my YouTube reminding me, hey, listen. I'm gonna try to be live more often, guys, okay? It'd be tough. Please get off my back. I can't get into the challenge. It's getting too scripted for me. Really? You know what? The Challenge USA, the first season, I hated it. absolutely hated it. And I think what I don't like about the Challenge USA specifically is it's because of how they edit it. They basically give away the ending for you. You can see if somebody has a sob story at the beginning of the episode, they're likely the person who's going to be eliminated that episode. They did a fake out with Wes where he actually won his elimination, but I don't like how they tell you how the game is going to go. I don't like how they focus a lot on, now they really like to focus a lot on romance and stuff. Like, I don't care. This is not a dating show. I didn't come for the romance. I came for the challenges. Like, I came for all that stuff, but whatever. Corey's never gonna win for his daughter. Mercy God. I remember Corey would get eliminated the first 2 challenges for like 3 years straight. Yeah, he had a bad run for a little bit there. If they bring Naya, Cam, Lauren, I would watch. I think those people are more for the OG challenge. Challenge USA is really CBS, well, let me say Paramount now. Paramount's attempt in creating longevity for the CBS contestants who go on shows. I remember when the challenge used to be strictly people from the real world, like strictly, not from anywhere else. Then they started bringing people from Are You the One? Then they started bringing people from Survivor. I said, what? What's going on? So yeah, the Challenge USA to me is inferior to the OG Challenge. And the OG Challenge would bring people like Killa Cam or Naya or, you know, people like that. Yep, Bananas is back. He is. Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate that. I only watch the challenge for CT, so I don't watch anymore. Yeah, I think CT is done. I think he's done. He's out of here. Yeah, we'll see. I'm with you. OG Challenge is absolutely superior. Absolutely superior. I do like that this version of the challenge brings out new talent. Like, I love seeing Desi. I feel like Desi should be put on the OG 1000%. Some other people I couldn't care less about, but it is what it is. So does MTV even own the challenge rights anymore? Does the OG still exist? The OG does still exist. It's actually coming back around pretty soon. The Challenge USA is just the CBS hybrid of it. Even in this season, you could see there were more OG Challenge vets because I'm pretty sure they realized in the first season, like, we don't care. I watched Love Island for Love Island. I watched Big Brother for Big Brother. Like, I don't really care to see those people on the challenge. So when they brought the OG people, that's what garnered them more views. Because first season was just not it for me. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about Wes. I kind of love the way that Wes has cemented himself in the challenge universe. Like, love him or hate him, he's good at what he does. Same with Banana. Love him or hate him, he's good at what he does. And then I definitely wanted to talk about Pauly and Pauly coming out and how that has changed his demeanor completely. He seems more at peace with his life. I'm pretty sure he's engaged to Cara Marie, so congratulations to them. Like, yeah, happy days for everybody. Let's move on to Ready to Love. I wish Leroy would come back. Well, Leroy said his last season was his last season. He's focused on being a dad right now. And I think baby number 2 is not far behind. I don't know how far along Cam is, but she is currently pregnant with baby number 2. So Leroy's out of here. Right. The only UK people I want to see on the challenge is Kyle because he's funny. Yeah, Kyle. I'll take Theo as well. There were some people from last season from the, was it UK or Australian Survivor? I don't quite remember, but they made a pretty good impact too. I cannot lie. Carmen, I'm not quite sure what Pauly is. He just came out. So whatever identification he is, he's still dating women. I guess he would identify just as queer. So yeah, that allowed him to be free. Yes, they have a kid. That's a big boy by now. Like, he might be 2 years old or something. But yeah, she's pregnant with baby number 2. All right, so on to Ready to Love. What do you say? Ready to Love has been spoiled by all the cast members going off online. I go into every episode speculating. See, you guys play yourself. You guys are like my cousin. My cousin will be like, damn it, now I know how the season ends because I saw it online. Why do y'all follow these people? Don't let these people ruin your viewing experience, okay? Don't follow them. Don't keep track of what they're doing online. Just watch the show for what it is, then catch up after the fact. Me, the only reason why I know what's going on online is because I follow other YouTubers who talk about Ready to Love drama. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess now I know this thing. But guys, don't let these people ruin your viewing experience. Ready to Love, child, did you watch the date between Phil and our serial cheater? Phil, our serial cheater, and Sierra. Wait, wait. How do we know that? Phil is a serial cheater? Sweetie, this is news to me. Please enlighten me. I must have missed a chapter or something. A serial cheater, wow. I stopped watching Ready to Love after season 2. I do not blame you. I do not blame you. I'm starting to see why Janelle's single. She does too much. It's like she just wants to argue. Yeah. See, Elsid's got the right idea. Don't follow these people. Don't follow them. Don't follow Own. Don't follow nothing. All right. Okay, yeah, no, I didn't see the whole serial cheater thing, but let's talk about Janelle since we're talking about Janelle right now. Janelle, what I've seen online, her belief is that she is like God's gift. She's just such an amazing woman and she's just so great. And so my question to Janelle is, if you are so great, why you only got one solid option? If all the men want you so bad, why you only have one solid option? And even that option is contemplating, because if y'all have seen the extra clip on Owen's YouTube channel, Quentin is now watching his words when talking to Janelle. To me, that's already a red flag. If you are embarrassed by the person who you're partnered up with's actions, and then you also now feel like you have to tiptoe around them because you don't know how they're going to react, red flag. Do not pass go. No, don't do it. No Ready to Love spoiler. I mean, I don't think I have spoilers. I don't know. They have no cute guys. I feel like the most attractive guy was eliminated the first day. After that, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yes, Owen posts, but here's the thing about Owen posting bonus clips. The most recent episode had a clip of Lee teaching a step class. That should have been on YouTube. Put stuff like that on YouTube. I don't want to see that foolishness in the episode. I'm so sorry. That to me is an extra clip. Or if you want to show a date that got cut short, do the extended version of the date. We're seeing pertinent information be on the YouTube. Most of us are not going to YouTube I guess that's why they're doing that. But most of us are not going to YouTube to catch what's happening. I only went on YouTube because Chloe Johnson was talking about something and I'm like, I didn't see this in the episode. But essentially, Quentin is embarrassed by Janelle. And I'm thinking, Janelle, at your big age of 42, are you not embarrassed by your own actions? She constantly calls these women dusty. She calls them ugly. She feels like she's superior to them. She feels like she can talk any kind of way and is shocked when the other women decide to speak back in the same manner that she speaks to them. So I have my own feelings about Katarina. Her name is Katarina, right? Katarina. I have my own feelings about Kat. However, I was glad that Kat gave Janelle back the smoke without having it escalate to the way that Tequila did, you know? Because Janelle says a lot of slick things. And then in that conversation, basically what they were talking about is gender roles. We're going to talk about that too. Gender roles and how they play a part in whatever partnerships these people want to be in, right? Chris is saying that he doesn't subscribe to this new way of relationships where it's like an equal thing. He doesn't believe in equality. Those are his words, not mine. He literally said, I don't believe with the equal thing. So, yikes. And then, hey, Rebecca. And then, basically, Katerina, Sierra, and some other girls were saying that they want to be in a relationship where they don't have to carry the load that the man is supposed to carry. And it's not to say that they're not going to put in their own work in the relationship, but a man has his place, a woman has his, a man has his place, a woman has her place, but they can kind of find a way to like meld and meet in the middle. Janelle, this is how I perceived the conversation. I could be wrong, but you guys let me know. Janelle had said, well, of course you don't pick up the weight. Now, here's the thing about me. This is why I can't be on these shows. Because the petty in me, listen, I'm a big body bands. Janelle, you two are big body bands. We know damn well we ain't picking up nothing. Talk about, yeah, of course you don't pick up. Shut your mouth. Who are you? Like, the petty in me would have said, oh, you went low? I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell. Don't try me. So Katerina did better than me, child. Unless she actually did go low and they didn't show it. I was like, she always has something to say. Janelle always has something slick to say. And then she had the audacity to say, yes, servitude. That is what Chris believes in. Chris believes in like servitude and stuff like that. She then had the audacity to tell Quentin, I don't ever start anything. They always start with me. No, honey, you like to throw stones and hide your hands. You throw stones and you hide your hands. You like to make it seem as if everybody is just triggered by nothing and then they attack you off of nothing. Lies. Your slick comments are annoying. I'm not even in the room and Janelle pisses me off. I can only imagine having to deal with this woman day in and day out. Like, it, absolutely not. Absolutely. Never to hell, sis. Repent. Don't kill me, please. Chris and his sis were on Dear Future Wifey. He says more about it. No better. Really? Okay, so let's talk about the Chris situation. I hear Chris, and then I also feel like it's a little bit problematic depending on who he's partnered with. There are women out there who are going to fully subscribe to what he subscribes to, and to me, that's their prerogative, right? However, Chris not only is an African man, he's a Nigerian man. I've dealt with a Nigerian man, not like super seriously, but in talking to him, I realized, oh, we're going to clash a lot. Because me being another African person, I actually kind of agree with them in saying that these modern lack of roles is something that they don't subscribe to. Me either. I more so subscribe to the traditional, like, I'm okay being a stay-at-home mom. I'm okay being the woman who's nurturing and holding down the house and stuff like that. And I'm okay with my man being the provider and all that stuff, whatever. Where Chris lost me specifically is the word equal. It genuinely seems like he believes that his woman is supposed to be beneath him, and not in a way of he is head of household, in a way of do as I say. And to me, that's kind of like problematic for me. It would be problematic for me, right? He then goes on to say, as a man, he fully believes in being the sole provider and stuff like that. You ain't gonna get a fight from me. I'll tell you that for free. But yeah, just the way in which he speaks, it just wouldn't vibe with me. Maybe he would be better suited with a traditional African woman, honestly. I'm wondering why he's on a show where the majority of women are more modernized. They're self-made women for the most part. That's what it seems like. Well, we know, Ready to Love has its fraud people. Shout out, what's his name, Rashid. So for the most part, it seems like the women on here are self-made women. These women have businesses. These women have families, if they have their own children and stuff like that, that they have to now care for. So to get a man who's like, yeah, bun all that, you do as I say. I don't really know. I don't really know. As an African-American disembodied from the African roots, what's with the Nigerian slander? There's no slander. It's just that there is a stereotype of Nigerian men in that you will be forever in servitude. And if you contest, there might be issues. It is a stereotype. As we know, it's stereotypes. They are not fact, but they are rooted in patterns. So yeah. I agree, Elsid. I think he needs a Nigerian woman who will accept his views because being with the women on this show, it does not make any sense to me. And didn't he say his family picked wives for him and he didn't want... Erica, I even forgot. So arranged marriage is something that his family does, and they had women picked out for him. He did not want those women. He wanted these women, these types of women. But on a fundamental level, you guys don't align. So what would be the point? Anyways, yeah. Let me see some stuff that I missed. I'm not sure why the girls are taking Chris serious after his ex said that she received no support from him in return for her supporting him. Also, he made her a long-term girlfriend. Facts. Yeah, Chris should go with the matchmaking, and I think he should phrase his views better. I want to be the sole provider without putting down all women in society. I definitely think that the way that he phrased it was like, again, I subscribe to traditional gender roles just because that's what I've seen and I feel like that's what I'm more comfortable in. However, society has made me have to be a self-made woman. I have to pay my own bills. I have to do all these things for myself just because that's the position that I'm in. But I do not mind stepping back and letting my husband lead the family. You know, that part doesn't bother me at all. His sister's in the process. Oh, well, God bless her. God bless her. Hang it up, Oprah. Listen, and then we're going to talk about the love experiment because I feel like the love experiment is what Ready to Love wish it was. It is so good, but we're going to pause. I'm not going to talk about it yet. What else happened? Okay, so Chris has had an issue with Jessica because Jessica, in his opinion, is combative. Would I have used the word combative? I don't think so. However, when the word is used to explain women like Jessica, I can't be mad at it. I'm seeing in the next episode it's going to be an issue. Like, how dare you call a Black woman combative? You know the connotation with a word like that, especially referring to women like us. I understand all of that. Sometimes we can be the words that do have negative connotations. Like, it's just the reality. I would put combative more on Janelle than I would Jessica. I would say that Jessica's a little bit more strong-willed. Those are better that's a better way to describe her. Chris's biggest issue was the fact that Jessica brings too much energy in a relationship, and basically she's not demure enough for him. Jessica had said that she struggles with physical affection. Now, I don't know if she genuinely struggles with physical affection or if she struggles with physical affection with Morier. I thought her and Morier had already squashed things because they have a different belief system. He's into the spirituality stuff. She is, by her admission, a devout Christian woman. So, yeah. I'm combative when I say, so see, yeah, Chris is too. Well, it is what it is. Don't kill me, Alexis, please. But then we see in this most recent episode, Jessica is able to bring down the strength in the room and be in quote unquote servitude to a man. Like, what was she doing to Morier? She was basically trying to show Morier that she is interested. So she asked him what he wanted, fixed him a plate, sat beside him, was just doing the whole like doting girlfriend kind of thing. And I'm thinking to myself, like, even in the beginning, I feel like that's how Jessica was with Chris. So it's not that Jessica's incapable. It's just you've got to be the man that brings that out of her. And I think that Chris likes to make it seem as if Jessica is the problem. And I do believe that Jessica has things to work on. But like Elsid was saying, in the next episode, you can see that there's a little bit of Chris that matches Jessica's energy. And I think that's why it's easier for Jess to kind of like pop off at him because he gives that energy too. He's just the more quiet one. So it flies under the radar. But I was looking at Chris like, don't know. But someone having a different view doesn't immediately make them combative. I just think Jessica is a little defensive and stubborn, though. Yeah, I don't think that combative thing stems from them having a different view of things. This has been a theme for Jessica for a little bit now. People think that she pops off at the mouth. Like I said, I feel like combative is more fitting for Janelle, whereas I would say Jessica is a more like strong-willed person, unrelenting person. I don't know if I would use combative, but I can see how the word combative was used to describe her. That's what I would say. Yeah, Jessica took lunch to Chris. Like, she's capable of being that woman in servitude, but I think that there needs to be a give and take with whoever she's with. There also needs to be an acceptance that she does have a lot of strength in the room. And to some people, if you feel like that diminishes your own presence in the room, then Jessica's not the girl for you. But some other people are fully okay with being in the background while their partner's in the foreground in public. And at home, they got a completely different dynamic. I feel like that is my parents' dynamic. In public, my dad is the showman. He is out there talking to every single body, the loudest voice in the room, all that kind of stuff. At home, my mama runs that house. My mother runs our home, but you would never think that because all you see is my father being out there, being loud, being boisterous, being whatever. So I don't think there's anything wrong with Jessica's demeanor. It's just not for the men in the process. Yeah. She's stern, you would say. Okay. Chris appears to not like any push. That part. Ooh, my booty hurts. Chris appears not to like any pushback. Seems what he says is the end all be all. Like he said, he knows how he wants his household. Not for me though. And that's what I said. Like he's a do as I say kind of person. And I don't know how that's going to bode well for a lot of women. Even if you subscribe to more traditional, that wouldn't vibe with me. Because I actually am your equal. And in equality, we do have different, things to carry in this relationship. But the point is we're both carrying it. We're both adding to this household. So like, how dare you look down on me as your partner? Like, Chris concerns me. Jessica just states her indifference, but she doesn't do it in a rude way, just stern in her stance, that's all. She's not flirty at all. I think that the guys just don't do it for her. Hey, Linda. I think that the guys just don't do it for her. Because for me, I'm going to look like a staunch person if you're not the guy who tickles my fancy. And I think that, as we've seen, her main focus for the majority of the process has been Chris until things went sour between them. So we haven't seen her flirt. We haven't seen her put herself out there because these men just ain't doing it. Listen, I get Jessica. I wish that she wasn't friends with Janelle, though. I wish that she was a little bit more receptive to people's constructive criticisms about her. But for the most part, I get her. I do. Hey, y'all ain't late. Y'all not really missing much. So what else happened? Morier has never been in love. Poor baby mama. Poor ex that just came in a few weeks ago. Like, he didn't love none of y'all. Sorry. Damn, what a life. I think that I feel like Morier has a good heart. And I think it's very easy for Morier to fall into the friend zone. And for me, that's where I see it for him. Like, he doesn't, like I was saying for Jessica, he doesn't really tickle these women's fancy. And why would he? He doesn't really charm the women. He doesn't bring no gifts. He doesn't give sweet nothings. Like, he's just there. But Sierra seems to like it. I think Sierra just wants anybody. I think Sierra just wants to end this process with anybody, but she is kind of giving party girl vibes right now. I don't know how well that's going to work out for her, but it is what it is, child. It is what it is. Sorry, hold on. Let me just check my phone for a second. That is so weird to me. Morier, however, it's spelled is just weird to me in general. He comes off like an uncle. Like, I wouldn't look at Morier and be like, like, I just wouldn't. And I don't even think that it has everything to do with his aesthetic, even though that is a part of it. I think that he just doesn't exude, I'm a catch. He just doesn't. And he also seems like kind of a passive person, and then he gets upset when things aren't really going his way, and it's like, well, you haven't really put any effort. Like, of course the women just see you as a friend. You don't woo these women. You don't pursue these women. You don't. Where's the charm? It's nowhere. Well, you know, I can't judge if he starts his day at 12 o'clock because I'm pretty sure I woke up officially today at 1:30. So I'm in no place to judge Morier on that one. I cannot lie to you. Guys, you know when you get a new set of nails, like you have a whole new attitude. Everything I do is like this. Wait until I get engaged. Oh, I'm going to be a problem. All right. What else happened? Oh, how can he expect more from Sierra? He's lost and confused. It needs to work it out with his baby mama. I feel like that would be the best situation for him. Clearly, he's got some trouble going on at home. Even if Morier seemed to be a catch, I would want to make sure that that is sorted out before I start a relationship with him. Because no. But even country boys can have some swag. Like, unless it's different in the States. But I know the country boys out here, they got some kind of riz to them. They got a country riz to them. He doesn't do nothing. Thank you. I did them myself. I'm so proud. Yeah, Morier doesn't do anything. Janelle has become very possessive of Quentin. I feel like this episode, Quentin was kind of regretting not pursuing things stronger with Lee. Lee also suffers from the whole like passive thing. She wants people to pursue her. And although I agree that men should be more of the aggressors when it comes to dating, I do feel like women do need to reciprocate at some point. It seems like Lee is struggling to do that. And so she's fallen by the wayside. Same with Jessica. Jessica's fallen by the wayside. And even the attempts she's trying to do now with Morier, it might be too late. Sierra too. Like, don't get me wrong. As women, I do feel like it is okay to feel like you are the prize, but the prize has to be worth winning. The prize has to be worth winning. So you got to put yourself out there. And come on. Yes, the tap tap. Period. Country boys are fun. Don't do that. Nobody said they weren't. Okay, slow your roll. Slow your roll. I was just saying maybe they're different in the States. I don't know. Other Southern girl, you ain't gonna talk smack on my back. Sorry. Listen, I'm going to the South. Houston's in the South, right? I'm going to the South for my birthday, so there is no Southern slander over here. Love me a Southern man. That ain't no problem. Not at all. Yeah, Janelle's getting possessive of Quentin. Quentin is kind of like getting squirmy about it. I don't see these two lasting. I honestly don't even know why they're together. It's giving like holiday fling. Like, ooh, an older woman wanted me. Ooh, look at this young guy. He wants me. But after that, where's the compatibility? He doesn't like her character. He complimented her on being a thug, but then when she shows her thug behaviors, he's now feeling iffy. And I'm like, no. That's what you complimented her on. You liked that. You liked it. This is the thug. Not even this is the thug. This is just the surface of the thug. It gets worse. She be pulling up on people. You liked it. Why are you acting different? The physical stuff, I don't know if the episode was trying to shade her and Sierra, but it does seem like they aren't really compatible. Hey Jay. They aren't really compatible when it comes to physical activity. Some people are okay with that. Some people are okay with their partner not having to join them on their physical journey and stuff like that. Some people want that. And at the beginning of the episode, Quentin spoke as if that is something that he would want. And so Lee is more compatible when it comes to that. Like, there's just too many inconsistencies with this relationship that I'm really confused as to why they're even trying to make fetch happen. Like, it doesn't make any sense. What does Quentin like about Janelle? That she's a thug and she's beautiful. We can never take those two things away from her, okay? She wears those two things with pride. But after that, when it comes to their goals, when it comes to, okay, well, that's another thing. I think they're both looking to be married very soon. Very much so in the near future. So, yeah. All these people will be seeing the reunion. Likely. That man is trapped willingly by Janelle and the foolishness sunk in place for real. And that's the thing. That's why I can't even pity him. You put yourself in this situation. You assessed the territory, saw that there was danger, and proceeded regardless. Who could feel sorry for you then? Not nobody. Not nobody. Nobody at all. They're playing in our face. They don't like each other like that. And if they do like each other, they can see that it's not going to be a long-lasting relationship for sure. Anyways, who else is on Ready to Love that we could talk about before we move on? Or what stuck out to you guys in this episode that I haven't yet spoken about? I really want to see where this combative thing goes because... Oh, okay, so the women in the bottom are Jessica and... I think it was Sierra, and Morier is the one who has to break the news to the girl who's leaving. I think that it should be Jessica. Because at least with Sierra, like, she's coming late to the game when it comes to Morier, but at least she's realizing that she could put herself out there a little bit more and that his hang up is never being in love. Again, I don't really see this connection going anywhere, but there's more potential there than with Jessica, because again, Jessica's only option right now is Morier, and fundamentally they do not agree. The spirituality thing to me would be a big thing, and she made a big thing about it their last date that they had. So Jessica has no reason to be here anymore. Did I want to talk about Kat, or did I just say I have words for Kat? I don't think I actually wanted to say what those words were. Thank you, Bradley. Oh, man. Yeah, Sierra kept her bags packed. This is true. I think that the show itself needs to vet their singles more thoroughly. It's definitely difficult to match up couples because there's not enough time for them to really get to know each other. I also think that the shows in general do a disservice when they do this whole like scouting thing, because what are you scouting for exactly? The only thing that you get to see with these people is what they look like on social media and potentially what they do for work. But you don't see what their temperament is. You don't see what their dating desires are. You don't even know if they are genuinely looking to date people. They're just seeing a show, seeing a platform, and who's going to say no to that? So yeah, even the picking process has to be changed. The vetting process does have to be changed. I don't know why Jessica's stringing that man along. I don't know why either. I like Sierra, fellow NOLA girl, but she gives homegirl vibes. She sure does. She sure does. Hey, Tammy. Guys, I think I need to get something to eat. I'm feeling dizzy. Hold on. Give me a second. Ooh, I literally just had some banana bread, so I don't know why I'm feeling dizzy. This is one of the drawbacks of living by yourself. If I were to keel over and die, nobody would know. Nobody would know. Anyways, I don't know if the majority of them are scouted, but I know that a lot of them talk about being reached out to on social media and stuff like that. So yeah, and that's just been the reality for a lot of shows